All right, let's get ready to unlock that inner DIY. We're diving deep into the world of spell jars today.
Oh, exciting.
I know, right? You know those like enchanting little vessels packed with all those herbs and crystals and
Yeah.
like a whole lot of intention. And considering you're like a crafting enthusiast,
Mm-hmm.
I think this deep dive is going to really resonate with you.
Ooh.
We've got a stack of fascinating sources on
Yeah.
spell jar history and ingredients and techniques.
Sounds good.
Let's get brewing?
What's really intriguing to me is that spell jars are, more than just a modern trend. They've actually been around for centuries.
Wow, really?
Imagine, like, way back in the day, they weren't filled with the pretty rose petals and crystals we see now. Some historical spell jars even contain things like,
What?
well, let's just say bodily fluids.
Whoa. Okay, maybe we'll just skip the historical reenactments on that one.
Yeah.
But seriously, how do these spell jars even work? Is it just like wishful thinking, or is there something more to it?
Think of a spell jar like a concentrated energy battery. Each ingredient that you add brings its own unique vibration.
Interesting.
Herbs, for example, have been used in like magic and medicine for ages.
Yeah, that's true.
Lavender, known for its calming scent, is often used to promote peace and harmony in spell jars. It's fascinating how these ancient practices often have connections to psychology and aromatherapy.
That's really interesting. So it's like the energy of the ingredients combined with our own intention creates a sort of ripple effect, like a little beacon sending out the vibes we want to attract.
Exactly. And crystals play a role too. They can amplify and focus the energy within the jar.
Interesting.
Rose quartz, for instance, is a classic choice for love spells. It's believed to resonate with the heart chakra and promote feelings of love and compassion. But it's more than just tossing random things in a jar. Choosing the right ingredients is key.
Okay, so let's break down these ingredients. What are some other must-haves for a potent spell jar?
Herbs are essential. Think basil for prosperity. Its vibrant green color and association with growth make it a natural fit for attracting abundance. Or rosemary for protection in ancient folklore. Rosemary was believed to ward off evil spirits and negativity.
Wow.
And cloves, with their strong, purifying aroma, have long been used for cleansing and banishing negative energy.
I'm starting to see how each element adds another layer of meaning and energy to the spell. It's like building a recipe for manifestation, carefully selecting each ingredient for its specific properties.
Precisely. And don't forget about honey. Its sweetness symbolizes attracting positive experiences and sweetening relationships.
Interesting.
Then there's cinnamon, which is believed to attract luck and speed up manifestations, maybe because of its association with warmth and energy.
So many possibilities, like a whole apothecary of magical ingredients. But what about those written intentions I've heard about?
Right.
Where do they fit into all of this?
Those are crucial.
Okay.
Writing your intention down on a piece of paper and adding it to the jar gives your desires a physical form and helps you focus your energy. Think of it as a direct message to the universe, clearly outlining what you want to attract.
That makes sense. It's like adding a personal touch to the energy cocktail.
Yeah.
So we've got our herbs, crystals, honey, cinnamon, and our written intention. Is there anything else that goes into these powerful little jars?
The finishing touch candle wax.
Oak.
It acts as a seal, locking in all those potent intentions and energies. The color of the wax can also enhance the spell.
Oh, wow.
Red, a color often associated with passion and vitality, is a popular choice for love spells.
Interesting. But it's not just about the physical ingredients, is it?
You're so right.
There's definitely something more intangible at play here. It feels like the intention behind the spell is just as important as the ingredients themselves. It's almost like a form of active meditation, pouring your hopes and desires into the creation process.
Absolutely. The energy you bring to the creation of the spell jar is what truly brings it to life. Some people like to visualize their desired outcome as they're layering the ingredients, or they might chant affirmations or say a prayer. It's about making it a truly personal and meaningful experience.
Okay, I'm hooked. Now I'm dying to know the specifics. How do we actually create these spell jars? What are the steps involved?
Well, let's start with a love spell jar. It's perfect for attracting romance or deepening an existing connection.
Ooh, tell me more. What kind of ingredients would we use for that? Rose petals, maybe? They seem like a natural fit for love.
You're spot on. Rose petals are a classic choice for love spells. They represent beauty, passion, and of course, love itself. Lavender is another great addition. It promotes harmony and understanding, essential for a healthy relationship. And honey, remember, adds that touch of sweetness and attraction.
I'm already feeling the love vibes just thinking about those ingredients.
Mm-mm.
What about crystals? Which one would amplify the love energy?
Rose quartz, of course, it's the ultimate stone for attracting and nurturing love. And for the candle wax, pink or red would be perfect. These colors resonate with the heart chakra and amplify the energy of love and passion.
This is amazing.
Mm.
So we'd layer these ingredients in a jar, adding our written intention for love, and seal it with pink or red candle wax. What about specific ways to personalize the written intention?
Absolutely. This is where you can really get creative. You might write something like, I am open to receiving love from a partner who is kind, compassionate, and supportive. Or if you're looking to deepen an existing connection, you could write, my relationship with partner's name is filled with love, passion, and understanding.
That's so cool. I love how specific and personalized you can get with the intention. Okay, what about a spell jar for luck and prosperity? I think we could all use a little boost in that department.
For luck and prosperity, we'd tap into ingredients that symbolize abundance and growth. Think vibrant green herbs like basil,
Okay.
bay leaves, often associated with wish fulfillment and success, and even a sprinkle of chamomile for its calming energy, because sometimes attracting good luck is about being in the right mindset.
Interesting. So it's not just about attracting wealth. It's also about cultivating a sense of peace and openness to receive those blessings.
Exactly. And for crystals, citrine is a great choice. It's known as the merchant stone and is believed to attract wealth and success. And don't forget the cinnamon, its fiery energy is said to speed up manifestations.
Okay, so basil, bay leaves, chamomile, citrine, cinnamon. What color candle wax would seal the deal for this prosperity spell?
Green or gold are both excellent choices for prosperity spells. Green represents growth and abundance, while gold symbolizes wealth and success.
Makes perfect sense. I'm already picturing this vibrant, lucky jar. And for the written intention, would we focus on specific financial goals or career aspirations?
That's a great approach. You could write something like, I am attracting financial abundance and success in all my endeavors. Or if you have a specific goal in mind, you could get even more specific, like, I am effortlessly manifesting a promotion with a salary of desired amount.
Wow, this is really starting to feel powerful. Okay, last but not least, the protection spell jar. I'm feeling a little vulnerable after spilling all these secrets. What are the key ingredients for creating a shield positive energy?
For protection, we want ingredients that have a strong grounding energy. Black salt is a great choice. It absorbs negativity and creates a protective barrier. Rosemary, with its long history of warding off evil, is another excellent addition.
Right.
And cloves, as we mentioned before, have a powerful purifying effect.
So it's like creating a force field of good vibes to deflect any negative energy.
Precisely. And black tourmaline is the go-to crystal for protection. It's believed to absorb and transmute negativity, acting like an energetic shield.
Amazing. And for the candle wax, I'm guessing black would be the obvious choice.
Black is a powerful color for protection, but white also works well. It represents purity and light, which can help to dispel darkness.
Interesting. So we've got our black salt, rosemary, cloves, black tourmaline. And for the written intention, would we focus on specific fears we want to release or areas where we feel vulnerable?
That's a great way to personalize it. You could write something like, I am protected from all harm, both physical and energetic. Or if you have a specific fear, you might write, I am free from fear of specific fear, and I move through life with confidence and ease.
I love how empowering that feels. Just thinking about those words written in the jar, surrounded by all those protective ingredients, feels like a powerful shield against negativity.
Yeah.
But we've created these incredible spell jars. Now what? Do we just leave them sitting there, or is there more to it?
That's where the real magic begins.
Oh, I knew there had to be more. I can't wait to hear what you have to say next.
We'll get into the activation and maintenance of spell jars and dive into even more intriguing aspects of this fascinating practice. Activating a spell jar is all about infusing it with your energy and intention. It's like giving it a jump start.
Oh, okay.
You can hold the jar in your hands, visualize your desired outcome, and speak your intention aloud. Some people like to shake the jar gently, imagining their energy swirling within.
So it's not enough to just create the jar.
Yeah.
We have to actively engage with it and keep that energy flowing. I'm sensing a theme here. Intention, intention, intention.
Exactly. And that ongoing intention is key to maintaining the spell jar's potency. It's like tending a garden.
Okay.
You wouldn't just plant seeds and walk away, would you?
No,
You'd water them, give them sunlight, and nurture their growth.
that's a great analogy.
Yeah.
So how do we water and nurture our spell jars? What are some practical ways to keep that energy strong?
One way is to simply hold the jar every few days, reconnect with your intention, and visualize your desired outcome.
Okay.
You can also place the jar in a spot where you'll see it regularly, maybe on your altar, bedside table, or even your desk. Seeing it throughout the day can serve as a gentle reminder of your intention.
I like that. It's like having a little visual cue to
Hmm.
keep your energy aligned with your goals.
Mm.
But what about those full moon rituals I've heard about? Do they play a role in spell jar maintenance?
Absolutely. The full moon is a powerful time for manifestation and amplifying energy. You can leave your spell jar outside under the full moon to bathe it in lunar energy and recharge its potency. Some people also like to light a candle next to the jar during the full moon, further enhancing its power.
That sounds so mystical and beautiful.
Yeah.
I can just imagine the moonlight bathing the jar and infusing it with magical energy. But what happens when the spell jar has run its course?
Hmm.
What if our intention has manifested or we simply feel like it's time for a fresh start?
It's important to listen to your intuition. When you feel like the spell jar's energy has faded or your intention has been fulfilled, it's time to release it with gratitude. You
Okay.
can open the jar, thank the ingredients for their service, and dispose of them in a respectful way. Some people like to bury the ingredients in the earth, scatter them in a flowing body of water, or even burn them safely, of course.
So it's like completing a cycle, acknowledging the energy we've harnessed, releasing it back into the universe, and making space for new intentions to manifest. It feels very mindful and intentional, which I love.
Precisely. And remember, the jar itself can be cleansed and reused for a new spell. It's a sustainable practice, too. But before we move on, I'm curious to hear your thoughts on the popularity of spell jars today. They seem to be having a real moment. Why do you think that is?
I think it's partly because spell jars offer a tangible way to connect with something bigger than ourselves.
Hmm.
In a world that often feels chaotic and unpredictable, they provide a sense of agency and control.
Yeah.
It's like we're actively participating in shaping our reality rather than just being swept along by the currents of life.
I couldn't agree more. It's a way to tap into our own power, to reclaim our innate ability to manifest our desires. And there's also a sense of ritual and ceremony involved in creating a spell jar, which can be very grounding and therapeutic. It's a way to slow down, focus inward, and connect with our intentions in a mindful way.
It's like a form of self-care almost.
Yeah.
Taking the time to choose the ingredients, layer them with intention, and create this beautiful symbolic representation of our desires.
Yeah.
And it doesn't require any special skills or training. Anyone can create a spell jar.
Exactly. It's a very accessible form of magic, which is perhaps another reason for its surge in popularity. It's a reminder that magic isn't something reserved for a select few. It's within each and every one of us.
I love that. It's so empowering.
Yeah.
But I have to admit, I'm still a little skeptical about the whole magic thing.
Mm.
Is there any scientific evidence to support the efficacy of smell jars? Or is it all just placebo effect?
That's a great question, and one that often comes up. While there isn't a ton of scientific research on spell jars specifically, many of the principles behind them align with concepts that science is beginning to understand. For example, the power of intention, visualization, and the placebo effect are all well-documented phenomena that can have a profound impact on our lives.
So even if we can't measure the magic with scientific instruments, there's still something to be said for the power of belief and the way our thoughts and intentions can shape our reality. It's like if believing in the magic of a spell jar helps you focus your energy and manifest your desires, does it really matter if it's scientifically proven or not?
Precisely. It's about finding what works for you and what resonates with your own beliefs and experiences. But for those who are new to spell jars and feeling a little overwhelmed, where do you suggest they start?
I'd say the most important thing is to choose an intention that truly resonates with you. Don't feel pressured to follow any specific recipes or rules. Trust your intuition and choose ingredients that feel aligned with your desires. And remember, it's a process of experimentation and discovery. Not every spell jar will work perfectly the first time, and that's okay. It's all part of the learning process.
Absolutely. And as you become more familiar with the different ingredients and their properties, you can start to experiment with creating your own unique spell jar recipes. The possibilities are truly endless. But speaking of possibilities, I'd love to dive a bit deeper into the more advanced techniques of spell jar creation. What are your thoughts on incorporating things like sigils or planetary correspondences?
Ooh, yes, that's definitely territory I'm eager to explore. Sigils, for example, are fascinating to me. Those intricate symbols that represent specific intentions, it's like a visual language of magic.
Right.
And planetary correspondences, aligning spell work with the energies of specific planets. It adds a whole new layer of depth and intention to the practice.
Exactly. Sigils are powerful tools for focusing intention. Imagine creating a unique symbol that embodies your desire and charging it with your energy. You can draw the sigil on a piece of paper and add it to your spell jar or even carve it into the candle wax. And planetary correspondences can help you harness the unique energies of different planets to enhance your spell work. For example, if you're doing a love spell, you might choose to work with Venus, the planet of love and beauty. Or if you're focusing on prosperity, Jupiter, the planet of abundance and expansion, might be a good choice. But it's important to approach these techniques with respect and careful research.
You're right. It's not about just throwing things together willy-nilly. There's a certain level of intentionality and understanding required to work with these more advanced techniques effectively. But before we get too carried away with sigils and planets, let's bring it back to the listener and recap the key takeaways from this segment.
I'm all for a good recap. It helps to solidify the knowledge. What are the key points you'd like to highlight?
Well, we talked about the importance of activating and maintaining spell jars, how to infuse them with our energy, visualize our desired outcome, and even use the power of the full moon to recharge their potency. We discussed what to do when a spell jar has run its course, how to release the ingredients with gratitude and prepare the jar for a new spell.
We also touched on the reasons behind the growing popularity of spell jars, highlighting their ability to empower us, connect us with our inner magic, and provide a sense of agency in a world that often feels beyond our control. And we acknowledged the skepticism that some people might have about spell jars and magic in general, exploring the connections between spell jar principles and scientifically validated concepts like the placebo effect.
Right, and we encourage listeners to approach spell jar creation with an open mind, trust their intuition, and embrace the process of experimentation and discovery.
And we teased the possibility of diving deeper into more advanced techniques like sigils and planetary correspondences in future episodes. But before we venture into that fascinating territory, there's one more important aspect of spell jar creation that I'd like to explore.
Ooh, I'm intrigued. What is it? Don't leave us hanging.
It's all about the ethical considerations of spell jar magic.
Oh.
This is a topic that deserves its own dedicated deep dive.
Okay, let's talk ethics. It's one thing to, manifest abundance or protection for ourselves.
Right.
But when it comes to things like love spells,
Yeah.
things get a bit more complicated.
Yeah.
Can we really influence someone else's feelings with a spell jar?
Right.
And is it even ethical to try?
That's a question that's been debated for centuries, and there are no easy answers.
I bet.
Some believe that any attempt to influence another person's free will, even with good intentions, is unethical.
I can see that point of view. It feels a bit manipulative, doesn't it? Like trying to force someone to feel something they don't naturally feel.
Exactly. And the concept of free will is central to many ethical systems.
Yeah.
We all have the right to choose our own path and make our own decisions free from external influence.
So if we're creating a love spell jar, are we essentially trying to override someone else's free will?
Well, it depends on how you approach it. The key is to focus on attracting love into your life in general, rather than trying to manipulate a specific person's feelings.
Okay, so instead of directing the spell at a particular individual, we're casting a wider net, so to speak, and opening ourselves up to the possibility of love with anyone who's a good match.
Precisely. It's about aligning your energy with the vibration of love and attracting a partner who's genuinely compatible with you rather than trying to force a connection that isn't meant to be.
That feels much more ethical and respectful. It's like we're creating an invitation for love to enter our lives rather than a demand.
Exactly. And remember, even with the purest of intentions, we can't control other people's feelings or actions. A spell jar can't make someone fall in love with you if there's no genuine connection there.
That's a good reality check. Ultimately, love has to be a two-way street. But even if we're not targeting a specific person, is there still a risk of unintended consequences when we're working with love magic?
That's a valid concern. It's important to remember that energy work can have ripple effects. When we're working with powerful energies like love, we need to be mindful of the potential impact on ourselves and those around us.
So it's not just about the intention behind the spell, it's also about being aware of the potential energetic consequences.
Exactly. It's like throwing a stone into a pond. The ripples extend outward, affecting the entire ecosystem. Similarly, when we work with magic, we need to consider the broader impact of our actions.
That's a powerful image. So what are some practical ways to approach love magic ethically and responsibly?
First and foremost, be clear about your intentions. What kind of love are you seeking? What qualities are important to you in a partner? And be honest with yourself about whether you're trying to manipulate someone's feelings or genuinely open yourself up to the possibility of love.
So self-awareness and honesty are key. It's about checking in with our motivations and making sure we're not crossing any ethical boundaries. What else?
Focus on yourself. Instead of trying to change someone else, work on cultivating the qualities you want to attract in a partner. If you're seeking kindness, be kind to yourself and others. If you desire passion, explore your own passions and interests.
That makes sense. It's about embodying the energy we want to attract.
Exactly. And trust the process. Don't try to force things or control the outcome. Surrender to the wisdom of the universe and believe that the right love will come into your life at the perfect time.
That's such a beautiful and empowering message. It's about letting go of the need to control and trusting in the unfolding of our lives.
Beautifully said. And remember, even if a spell jar doesn't manifest a romantic partner right away, it can still have a profound impact on your life. It can help you to connect with your own heart, cultivate self-love, and become more magnetic to the kind of love you desire.
I love that perspective. It's not just about the end goal. It's about the journey of self-discovery and growth that the spell jar can facilitate.
Exactly. It's about embracing the magic of transformation both within ourselves and in our relationships.
This deep dive has been so insightful. We've covered so much ground from the practical aspects of spell jar creation to the deeper ethical and energetic considerations. Is there anything else you'd like to leave our listener with as they embark on their own spell jar journey?
Approach this practice with an open mind, a playful heart, and a deep reverence for the power of intention. Trust your intuition, experiment with different ingredients and techniques, and most importantly, have fun.
I couldn't agree more. It's about embracing the magic within ourselves and the world around us.
And remember, the most potent magic of all lies in believing in yourself and the infinite possibilities that life has to offer.
Beautifully said. Thank you so much for sharing your wisdom and insights with us today.
The pleasure has been all mine.
And to all of you listening, thank you for joining us on this enchanting exploration of spell jars. May your intentions be clear, your hearts be open, and your magic be boundless. Until next time.